So now the next topic is let's talk about ecological triad. About influenza virus, ecological triad. So this one is like agent. We need first agent for this. So influenza virus, AVC types. We know influenza have 3 types virus: influenza A, influenza virus A, influenza virus V, influenza virus C. And then these are the member of orthomyxovirus. We should remember orthomyxovirus. Orthomyxovirus, orthomyxovirus, yeah, orthomyxovirus family. So these are members of orthomyxovirus family. Ecological triad. And then type A, type B influenza virus consists of several serological strains. So by serological strains we can know that what type of virus is this. So serological strains consist some strains. By that strains we can define that it's influenza virus A, influenza virus B, and there is periodic emergence of new antigenially distinct strains which account for massive pandemics. So for massive pandemics, we know that some periodic emergence of new antigenially distinct strains. So by this new antigenially distinct strains which actually account for massive pandemics. Okay, this point's also gone. This is the 3rd point, and there are 2 points left more about ecological triad of influenza viruses. So most epidemic strains belong type A. Most epidemic virus belong to type A. So this is the ecological triad, whatever. And type B usually associated with smaller, less than virulent outbreaks. So we can write down that type B influenza virus is usually associated with smaller and less virulent outbreak. Remember this point, less virulent outbreak, not more virulent outbreak, it's less virulent outbreak. So type B is usually associated with smaller and less virulent outbreak. This one's also finish. So note, here is one small note. Currently influenza virus A, it's called like, yeah, I will write down this also. Okay. So note is currently influenza virus A, H1N1. This is influenza virus A, and influenza virus A, another subtype H3 and 2. This is two subtypes of influenza virus A, two subtypes. So these two subtypes are circulating among human. These two types of virus circulating among human being, H1N1 type A influenza virus, H3 and 2. Okay, so what is the host cell? Now our topic is host cell. Age, sex, immunity. 3 points. So host. Mom, I need bigger board, not smaller. Age. So age, all age groups are susceptible. All age groups are susceptible. Note down, susceptible. All age groups are susceptible. And sex, both sex are affected, like male, female, both can affected by influenza virus. Virus not going to define only female. They can attack man too. Okay, immunity. An attack confers temporary immunity for about 8 to 12 months. Immunity. An attack confers temporary immunity for about 8 to 12 months. So immunity attack confers temporary. It's about 8 to 12 months. It's temporary. It's attacks for 8 to আয়নের জন্মদিনে এখন বের হবা পার্টির জন্য, আয়নের বার্থডেতে এখন যাবা, কি গিফট নিবা? আচ্ছা ওয়েট, আমি পড়ছিলাম, আমার টপিকটা শেষ হোক। তোমার হাতে কত সময় আছে? আমার হাতে আছে 10-15 মিনিট। আচ্ছা 10-15 মিনিটে আমি শেষ করে দিব। 10-15 মিনিট আমাকে জ্বালাবা না, মুখ দেখাও না, মানুষ দেখতে ভালো লাগে না। cadaver lage. I feel like I'm saying cadaver. I don't have any feelings. Why boys annoying me? Environment. So from environment, what we can see? Influenza occurs primarily in the winter month. So winter month you can get influenza, even coronavirus also. So in Bangladesh it may occur around year, especially in rainy season and winter season. So in Bangladesh I never get influenza. I'm from Dhaka, but in Bangladesh rural area, some village area, rainy season time and winter time they get influenza. And overcrowding area, overcrowding, I hate crowds. Overcrowding, I wish I could sing in a concert, but that crowd only see me, not love. Overcrowding, it enhance transmission. मतलब वो होता है ना, आग में घी डालो, आग और जलेगा. So like that. ज़्यादा crowdy area होगा तो ज़्यादा enhance हो जाएगा transmission, और ज़्यादा फैलेगा. So this is the it's about environment, influenza. And let's see another thing. It was like natural history. So what's about your natural history? Natural history is like reservoir source. Natural history. Let's talk about this. There was 5 types. One type says reservoir, which called source. What's the source of reservoir? You have to understand 2 things in source, like cases and subclinical cases. Subclinical cases. These 2 types you have to know. And then infectious material. So we should know the infectious materials. So what is the infectious materials? Let's talk. 2. Infectious materials. And what about that? Okay, infectious materials. Mainly section of respiratory tract. Secretion. It's the main point. Secretion of respiratory tract. And then infectious periods. We should know about the infectious period. So what's the infectious period? Infectious period probably not sure or not confirmed, probably up to 1 week. 1 week. 1 week after onset. So 1 week after onset, the greatest period of viral shedding occurs a day. Before 3 to 4 days after the onset of illness. Okay. Then mode of transmission. So let's talk about the mode of transmission. Mode of transmission is, oh, I want to get married with Interpol. Mode of transmission. Airborne, respiratory droplets. And another, contact, I mean from हवा से हो जाता है, मतलब हवा से भी ये ट्रांसमिशन लग सकता है. और दूसरा होता है कि कांटेक्ट होता है डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट थ्रू हैंडलिंग ऑफ कंटामिनेटेड आर्टिकल. सो कॉन्टैक्ट से भी हो सकता है. कॉन्टैक्ट कैन बी डायरेक्ट, कॉन्टैक्ट कैन बी इनडायरेक्ट. सो डायरेक्ट indirect through handling of contaminated articles. Direct indirect through handling of contaminated articles. So it's finished. Incubation period. We should also know the incubation periods. Incubation periods is incubation period 1 to 3 days. 1 to 3 days. So influenza virus